Most people build first and ask questions later. That's why 90% of startups fail in year one. Before you write a single line of code or spend a dollar, do this. Here's the brutal truth. The graveyard of failed businesses isn't filled with bad ideas. It's filled with unvalidated ones. Founders who spent months building something nobody wanted. Entrepreneurs who quit their jobs, maxed out credit cards, and launched into silence. The product wasn't the problem. The process was. They skipped validation. Validation is the step that separates people who build businesses from people who build expensive hobbies. And the good news? You don't need a product, a website, or even a logo to know if your idea has legs. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through 5 concrete steps to validate any business idea before you risk a single dollar. These aren't theories. These are the same moves used by founders who've built real exits. Let's get into it. Step 1. Identify a specific, painful problem, not a vague one. This is where most people go wrong before they even start. They fall in love with a solution instead of a problem. I want to build an app for dog owners is not a business idea. Dog owners in cities can't find reliable last-minute groomers, and it's costing them time and money every single week. That's a problem worth solving. The sharper your problem statement, the faster everything else moves. Write it out in one sentence. It should name a specific person, a specific frustration, and a specific consequence. If you can't do that yet, you're not ready to validate anything. You're still in the idea fantasy stage. Get out of your head and start talking to people. 10 conversations with your target customer will tell you more than 100 hours of market research. Ask them about their frustrations, not about your idea. If they light up describing the problem, you're on to something real. Step 2. Check if people are already paying for a solution. This is the single fastest signal that a market exists. If nobody is paying for anything close to what you're building, that's not a blue ocean opportunity. That's a red flag. Real demand leaves a paper trail. Go to G2, Capterra, Reddit, Amazon reviews, and App Store listings. Search for the closest competitors. Are people leaving reviews? Are they complaining about what's missing? That gap between what exists and what people desperately want, that's your entry point. Look for competitors with bad reviews but loyal customers anyway. That means demand is locked in but supply is weak. That's exactly where you want to play. If there are 0 competitors, ask yourself honestly, is this a new idea, or has this already been tried and killed? Either way, dig deeper before you move forward. Step 3. Run a landing page test before building anything. This is the fastest way to measure real demand with real strangers. Build a 1-page website in a single afternoon using Card, Webflow, or even a Google form. Describe the problem and your solution clearly. Put a call to action, an email sign-up, a waitlist, or a pre-order button. Then drive cold traffic to it using a small paid ad budget. Even just $50 on Meta or Google. If people you've never met sign up or put in their email, that's signal. If nobody bites after 500 impressions, that's signal too. The goal isn't conversions yet, it's data. You're buying information, not customers. Track your click-through rate and your sign-up rate. A sign-up rate above 10% from cold traffic means you have something people want. Below that, your messaging or your offer needs work before you go any further. Step 4. Pre-sell before you build. This is the move that separates real entrepreneurs from hobbyists. If someone hands you money for something that doesn't exist yet, you have validated demand. Period. No landing page metric beats actual dollars. Reach out directly to potential customers. through LinkedIn, email, or even in-person conversations. Explain what you're building, when it'll be ready, and what it'll cost. Offer a discounted founder rate in exchange for commitment now. You don't need a finished product, you need a clear promise, a credible offer, and the confidence to ask for the sale. If you can close 5 to 10 customers before you build a single feature, you have proof of concept that no amount of market research can replicate. And if everyone says, sounds great, send me a link when it's live, that's a no. Enthusiasm without money is a polite rejection. Step 5. Set a validation deadline and define what winning looks like. This is the step that keeps validation from becoming another form of procrastination. Before you start testing, decide, what does success look like in 30 days? Is it 5 paying customers, 200 email signups, 10 discovery calls booked? Write the number down, lock it in. When the deadline hits, evaluate honestly against the criteria you set before you were emotionally invested in the outcome. Founders who skip this step end up in validation purgatory. Always almost validated, always finding a reason to keep tweaking instead of deciding. If you hit your target, move forward. If you miss it, either pivot the offer or kill the idea. Both of those outcomes are wins. The only losing move is spending 6 months half validating something while your time, energy, and money bleed out slowly. Dropbox validated their idea with a simple explainer video before writing a single line of code. It generated 75,000 signups overnight and became one of the most cited examples of pre-launch validation in startup history. If this gave you a clear next step, hit subscribe. We put out videos every week on building, buying, and exiting businesses the smart way. Drop a comment below, telling me your business idea in one sentence, and I'll tell you exactly how I'd validate it. And if you want to go deeper, the description has everything you need to start today. See you in the next one.